Okay. If you guys want to type in anything special you want me to know, chat it in. Joelle, I'm loving the blonde. Okay. Oh, it looks so good. All right, lie down and draw your knees in. And give it a little pull, just a tiny bit closer than they automatically go, and see what the resistance is like in the hips. And then kind of based on that information, circle the knees apart and together, respecting whatever you confronted just there. Maybe your hips were like, we're good. Or maybe they were like, take it easy, switch directions. Continue to yield to the information that arises from your own body. So if there's resistance, acknowledge it, softly engage with it. Play with the different directions here. Maybe you're drawn to keeping the knees together or bringing them together and doing a circle like that as well. I found that different ailments and different parts of my body seem to respond to different things. So my hips, when they are inflamed, they really like infrared light. And I have this lamp that is a far infrared bulb, and it's great. I just spent about a half hour with that on my hips, and the difference is very noticeable. And then extend your left leg up and flex and point the foot. Hold the dorsiflexion, reach up with the first two toes of the right foot and bind them or grab them like claw grab around your Achilles, just below the Achilles. So you're not on the tendon, you're on the top of the heel, and gently pull the heel toward the sky and the toes down toward your face. So you get a deeper stretch somewhere. And if you don't, like I didn't feel it right away, I have moved everything closer to my face. Yeah, good. And then release that crab claw and send your left leg down slowly to the floor. Loop your strap, or if you have one, around your right foot or whatever you have. Maybe grab your hand somewhere on the leg. If you're reaching for just the leg without a strap, you want to hold a place that is tight. If you have the strap, put it right where the arch and the ball of the foot meet and pull on the strap as you press through that part of the foot. Spread the toes on both feet, trying to move each toe away from the one next to it. Melt your shoulders down and breathe here. If your nervous system is not at perfect equilibrium, allow your exhales to be slightly longer than your inhales. Hold the strap, if you're working with one, in the right hand and move the leg toward the right shoulder. Pin the left side down and massage just very superficially with that left hand the skin from the diaphragm, from the bottom of your ribs to about the top of your thigh. Finding places of tension, maybe ironing the skin there. Again, very superficial. And it's almost like you're instructing the leg to pin down into the ground with the instructions of the skin, rather than really pressing the bone and holding it down. You're just informing the muscles what you want them to do, giving them instructions through the hand. Notice when that left side is really calm, if the right leg is willing to go deeper into the stretch to the right. Tune into your breath. And even though this is a top-down instruction, we're kind of guiding the breath. Notice if the breath is hitching anywhere, if there's sort of a bottom-up response. So you're asking the breath to be deep, but maybe there's like a little hiccup. And just notice where and when that comes. You don't have to do anything about it, just notice. And at the end of your next exhale, haul that leg up and bring it over to the left side, switching hands. Let yourself fall all the way, that right leg all the way to the left. It probably won't hit, it could hit the floor, but probably don't want it to. If you have a block nearby, you may just put that under there to scaffold it. And then reach your right arm out, let the shoulder rest on the ground. Unhitch your right hip so that it's rolling down, stacked on top of the left, and turn your head to the right. If your fingers are curled, let them spread long on the ground and push into the ground with that right arm. Feel the relationship of the shoulder blades. And maybe you can turn your nose more toward the floor to the right. Begin to circle that right arm, keeping the hand on the ground as long as it'll stay there. Down across your body, behind your head, hand making contact with the floor for the whole rotation if that's possible. And the head follows the hand. The next time it's out at the right side, leave it there. Look to the back right corner of your room, keeping your face neutral. Just move the eyes. When the yawn comes, or in a few moments if it doesn't come, reach through your right arm and haul that leg back up to the ceiling. Hold it steady, remove the strap, pick up your left leg. So you're still in that scissor position and reach with your arms toward your extended leg out in front of you. Or if it's too much to do that, you can leave your head on the floor and have hands under the butt. If you can, keep your arms moving forward and bring your nose closer to your knee. Pull your belly to your spine, really brace your core. Reach up for the foot, pull the leg a little bit closer, and then uncurl one vertebra at a time, lowering the head to the floor, feeling that extension through the abdominals. Lower the left leg and just feel that deep stretch to the right leg. Whew. Mine's even shaking just a little bit. And then bend the left knee, left foot flat on the ground. Release the right leg, keep it straight up in the air, and flex and point the right foot. Take your crab claw of your first and second toe on your left foot and claw that heel right at the top of the heel of the right foot and pull, reaching the toes toward your face. See if you can feel that stretch somewhere along the back of the right leg. And if you can't, pull both legs closer to you, toward your face. Put the left foot back down and slowly lower the right leg to the mat. Really slow, heavy leg. Pull the left knee into your body and strap up your left foot. Or work with what you have. Straightening that leg, push the pad of the foot into the strap and pull. Giving yourself nice resistance there to amplify the stretch in the hamstrings. Letting whatever stress is accumulated in your body out in an audible sigh, inhaling through the nose. just letting out that discharge of energy. Holding the strap in the left hand, move it toward your left shoulder. And with your right hand, smooth the skin, bringing messaging into the muscles. Messaging into the nervous system to calm, finding balance. Helping the system find whatever is out of balance and bring it into something calmer or even, or if you're, sometimes we're too calm, kind of depression can be on the other side of that, like too sedate. And then you can trust that your system will become more enlivened. It's going to seek balance, we hope. And that's what the hand is just bringing, trying to bring the level to the center, whatever it is. Sometimes it has to come up, sometimes down. And notice as you do shift more into that equilibrium state or state of equilibrium, does that left side open more? Is there a bit of a give? Maybe something that was clenched on some level begins to release. That's always great feedback. And then haul that leg up, shift yourself over to your left to spit, and let the left leg come all the way down as far as it can go to the right without disturbing or without sort of preventing that left shoulder from reaching the ground. So find what that balance point is, where the left shoulder can be heavy and how far can the left leg go. Extend through your right leg so you're super long and stringy. Unhike that left side so your waist is even, and look out over that left shoulder. Indulge the breath here, breathing into your sides and back. Try to get deep down into the lungs. Feeling that trampoline of the diaphragm, sending the breath up. You breathe in, you press down on that trampoline, and then it rebounds on that exhale. See if your nose will point more toward the floor as you turn your head perhaps more to the left. And then begin to circle the arm down and all the way around, trying to keep the hand on the ground for the whole rotation, or it's on the body for some of it. And the head goes with it, the eyes go with it. The next time you're at the left shoulder, leave the hand there. Face is neutral to the left. Just move your eyes back all the way as far as they can look to the back left corner. And if the yawn comes, that's your cue to reach to the left arm and come back to center. And even if it doesn't come, begin to make your way back. But hopefully you got had a little response. Come on to your back, hold the leg up there, remove the strap if there's one, reach your hands forward or bring them under your bum. Reach your right foot, just lift the right leg up a few inches. And curl, perhaps curl, squeezing your navel to the spine. Bring your forehead toward the shin. Hold here. Hold here. Use your core. Squeeze the legs, scissor them toward each other. And then climb up the leg. Reach for the foot. And see if you can bring your nose up to your shin to touch it if it's not there already. Keep the leg there. Lower the right leg. And slowly, I do want you to move slowly so you feel that abdominal engagement. Even on this lowering, you're lowering one vertebra at a time. And you kind of get that deep core integration. It's like a feeling of like the spine being held. Yeah. And then slowly let that left leg go and bring it all the way down. Let it land on the earth. Arms come down. Take a deep breath through your nose. Hold at the top. Push the air out with sound. Ha. And just notice, breathe. Let your breath regulate. Let it find normal. You may feel it a little more on the right side. That's normal. Wait for the left side to inflate too. And we'll take another big breath in through the nose. Hold. And a forceful exhale. Ha. And then observe as your body, as your breath resets. Engage your core, bend the left knee and roll to the right side, push down into the floor and come on up to all fours. Crawl to the back of the mat and crawl forward to the front of the mat. Crawl back and crawl forward. Knees are just behind the hips, lean the shoulders forward over the wrists, and then drop the head as you lift your sits bones, rolling them up to the sky. Let the belly hang. Let the shoulder blades hang. So they kind of squeeze together and the chest melts. Let the head drop. And try to keep the arms straight and strong. Breathe through the nose. Push down into the mat, round your back. Lift the tummy up, spine up, up, up. Chin all the way to the chest, head pointing straight to the floor. Then begin to soften your elbows, looking forward. Melt them all the way to the ground. Interlace the fingers, walk the feet back. Forearm plank. Shifting, heels are flexed, so your feet are in a dorsiflex position. Your feet are a little more narrow than your hips, but not completely together. And lift each foot one at a time. And do somewhere around 10 per side. Core is strong and in. When you're done, lower your pelvis to the floor, legs to the floor, crawl your elbows forward, unlace the fingers and bring the hands in line with the elbows. Sphinx. Pull the elbows toward you, isometrically finding that tension, curl the chest up, face up. Nice. Squeeze your glutes just a little bit. And then melt down slowly to the mat. Pile your hands, turn your face to one side, and rub your knuckles into the jaw hinge. Drag your jaw to the chin across the knuckles, and then across the knuckles to the left, cross the jaw to the jaw hinge, massage in there over the knuckles. It's usually sore. And then drag it back across the jaw to center. Move the forehead to the hands, flatten the knuckles, or leave them if you don't mind them in the third eye. It might feel nice. Giving a little massage to that third eye space, right between the eyebrows, upper eyebrows. Toes are long on the lace side of the foot on the floor. So you're stretching the front of the ankle, and then pick the feet up and lower them down. Squeeze shoulder blades down the back as you lower and lift here. 5. Try to keep your legs straight. 4, 3, 2. Lift and hold. Take your elbows wide into a goalpost position. Push your elbows down into the floor, leaving the feet up. 5, 4, I'm pushing elbows down and releasing. 2 and 1. Bring the hands by the chest. Toes come down. Cobra might feel easy. Curl. Oh, curl and melt, curl and melt. Make it easier, softer, beautiful. Push the hips all the way back. Keep the arms long and straight. Dropping head to floor, extended child's pose. Try to find that lever of the hips. So as the hips go back, the side body is able to lengthen and you get a stretch, maybe if you're lucky, in the shoulders and lats. Maybe low back, kind of depends where you need it. Hollow the belly. Push through the hands to send the hips even further back. And come forward onto all fours, tucking your toes. Brace yourself, pull your tummy strong. Toes are tucked under, feel that connection to the floor. Lift the knees just off the floor. You could slide a piece of paper right under your knees, but that's it. And then squeeze knees toward wrists, wrists toward knees. Hold. Breathe. Pull pelvic floor muscles up, belly up. And then launch your tush up to a down dog. Lots of pops for me. Squeeze the shoulder blades onto the back. Push through the hands to leverage the hips higher. Right leg up. Hamstring, curl your heel to your glute. Open up that hip. Bring the knee across to your left arm and hold it there. Swing it open to your right arm. Swing it across to your left. Bring it to the middle. Back up to the sky. Look to the hands, step your right foot forward and bring your hands to your hips. Angle yourself off the mat so you have a bit of a runway. And we're going to do a little bit of walking lunging here. Double dipping the back leg. Bounce your left knee toward the floor twice and then step your left foot forward. Right knee dips twice. Step your right foot forward. Continue. You're gonna make your way back to your mat, starting with your right foot forward. Bounce that left knee, left foot, bounce that right knee, right foot. Turn yourself so you're on your mat and step both feet together when you're even. Inhale, reach your arms up. Look way up and stretch back. Exhale, melting forward. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, please step your left foot back, raise your right arm up, twist. Carefully place your left knee down, pat it as you need. Reach back for your left foot. Maybe you hold with your right hand, maybe no. Sink those hips forward. Concentrate on the sensation in the quadriceps, hip flexors on the left side, maybe also the right side. Not too much twist here. There is some, but really focus on the stretch of the leg. Careful not to slingshot, release the foot. Center yourself and straighten the front leg with a flexed foot. Pull the heart forward. Careful, don't overdo this. In fact, let's all bend that right knee a little bit. Shift your right glute back, your right sits bone back, right? So it's like there's an extension, a lengthening to the spinal column. Then you can more authentically stretch the hip flexor. Maybe you can straighten that leg more, but respect that right sits bone. You don't want it to tuck under like a scared dog. And it's more the tailbone, but the sits bone follows that. Okay, we're gonna come forward on that right foot. So make sure you have a strong purchase under that right foot. If you have a block, grab it, and you're gonna step up onto that right foot. Left toes in the air. I'll just turn so you can see. Left toes are in the air, and I'm gonna keep a bend in my right knee for now. I'm gonna pick up the block, lift it up to about my hips, and then down to about my ankle. Up to about my hips, down to my ankle, kind of like drinking bird. We'll do 5 of these. Dips. 4, 3. Feel it in your right glute and hamstrings, I think. I don't know. 3, 2, and 1. Lunge back with that left foot. Step back plank. Bend the knees to the mat. Bring your elbows down. Interlace your fingers. Straighten the legs. Forearm plank. Alternate lifts with flexed feet. Go for about 10 each side. Try not to have your bum high. I know it's hard and kind of scary for me at least. When you're done, lower the hips to the mat, unlace your fingers, place your hands in line with your elbows and shoulders, point your toes, Sphinx. Melt down to the floor, bend both knees, reach back somewhere for shins or feet, and lift up. Rock forward and back. Carefully let go, hands by the chest, cobra, curl it. Come on to all fours. Bring knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Tuck toes, feet are strong, tummy is in. Lift the knees just to hover. Wrists toward knees, knees toward wrists. Feel the core really holding you here. Pelvic floor, belly. Neck is neutral. On your next exhale, shift the hips back, down, down. Shake out the neck, head. Squeeze shoulder blades toward each other and up toward the butt. Lift the left leg up. Squeeze as you bring the heel toward the glute and open the knee. Open the hip. Point the knee to the ceiling. Look forward, bring it across to your right arm. Sling it over to your left. Back to the right. Back to the nose. Lift it up to the sky. And launch it forward into a lunge, hands to the hips. Double dip your back knee twice, or double dip. And walk. Right leg lunges forward, double dip, and continue around your space. Making your way back to the mat with the left foot forward. Grab your block or something heavy. Bring your weight forward onto your left foot, bend the left knee, pick up the right toes. Lift to the level of your hips. Lift hard on the side. And then back down toward the ankle. So up to the hip, down to the ankle. Up to the hip, down to the ankle. 5, 4, Try to use that left leg hamstring. 3, 2, 1. I had to use my handheld balance on that side and then step back into a lunge. Right leg back, left arm high. Lower the left hand. Widen your stance just a tiny bit. Maybe protect the back knee. Reach back with your left hand for the right foot. Gentle. Hips sink low here. You can twist, but yes, but really feel into the right quads. And whatever else, whatever sensations, pay attention and enjoy them in the way that only a yogi can. Maybe other people too. Okay, carefully release that back foot. Straighten the left leg. Perhaps it needs to come more to the midline. Flex the left foot. Now let's put a little bend in that left knee. Just a little bend. So that you can glide that left butt bone back. I'm gonna put my finger on it and like pull it to the back wall. So I'm grabbing my hand around my butt, grabbing that bone, and like, I don't know, I think I'm moving it back. Me too really changed the world. I would have done this in class. I would have grabbed someone's butt and pulled it back. I would never do that now. It sounds horrifying. I feel like I have a lot of sins to make up for. It's weird. The world changes. It really does. It's a longer topic. Reach your heart forward. Feel that flex in that left foot. Oh. Hopefully you guys can feel this somewhere good. And then rebend that left knee. We're gonna step forward with the back foot. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, forward fold. See if your fold is deeper today. And wherever it is, enjoy it. Hopefully, well, put your palms down, even if that means bending your knees. And wriggle your torso to your legs. And nose toward the shins. Tummy in strongly. Now, it's a little bit of a reversal. We're gonna look up, lift the chest up, root into the floor to rise. Arms go wide, head goes back, hips come forward. Beautiful crescent. And hands come to the heart. Release the hands by your side, palms open. Inhale, up they go. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, looking up and step back with your right foot, left foot. Plank to chaturanga. Upward facing, enjoy. Strong lift of the legs here. Roll over your toes, down dog. Ujjayi breath, pull up your bandhas. Pelvic floor lifts, tummy lifts. Chin is slightly tucked. Ujjayi breath. Raise your heels, bend your knees on your exhale, jump or walk to your hands. Inhale, glide the heart through the arms. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise up and back, hips go forward, head goes back. Hands come to the heart. Release the hands down, inhale, glide up, bright as a candle. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up, step back, left foot, right foot, chaturanga. Upward facing, strong toes, downward facing. Bandhas are lifted. Awareness on that inner strength, that inner power, guiding the breath through the channels of the body. Raise the heels, Bend the knees on an exhale, jump or walk. Forward to your hands. Inhale, long stretched out back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, raise the arms up. Interlace the hands behind your lower back, or you can grab for your strap. Wrap the arms overhead as you forward bend. Ah. The knees can stay softly bent here so you can focus on the upper body, releasing tension in the neck and shoulders. We tend to hold a lot in this part of the body. Give the left knee a nice bend. Hands move more, fist moves more to the left as you turn your head to the right. I feel this in the right hamstring a little bit. Right side body opens, head down. Bend both knees, recross your fingers with the opposite finger on top and straighten the arms. Bend the right knee, twist to the left. Nice stretch up that left leg, left shoulder opens. Fist go more to the right a bit. And center. Chair, bend the knees, release the hands, let them dust the ground as they extend forward. Hands come to prayer. Weight into your right foot, hike your left heel. Warrior three with the hands at the heart. Extend your left leg back, hold. Square your hips. Eyes are strong and still at one spot. Cross your arms in haven, like your grandmother rubbing your shoulders. Rub your shoulders here. 5, 4, giving your nervous system some love. 3, 2, tuck your toes back into a lunge. Rise, crescent. Inhale, arms to the sky. Look up. Challenging your balance. Reach back. Hands come to prayer. Head comes to neutral. Spin both feet to your left and bring the toes in one straight line. Warrior two, open your right foot forward, perpendicular to the front edge of the mat. Back toes turn in a ways. Open the arms, front to back, or side, depending how you look at it. Breathe here, chest open to the left wall. Right leg parallel to the mat, both feet working hard. Try pulling the feet toward each other. Try pressing the feet away. One of those is going to make you work harder. Work the muscle group that is weaker for you. Reach forward, flip your right palm, and reverse warrior. C curving back. Breathe along your right side. Palming up, grab black half moon. Right hand reaching way out in front of you. Left leg up. Open the chest. Hamstring curl, heel toward butt. Maybe catch that back foot. Open up. Pelvic floor muscles engage. Root down through your standing leg. Unlock that leg, send it back. Now we're gonna take a big step back and bend our left knee. That's the foot we're gonna land on. Let's side lunge it to the left. Bring it low. Flex your right toes up. Squeeze your sits bones together. Feel the strength here. Carefully bring the weight towards center. Straighten both legs, facing the long edge over the left side of the mat. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Bring the head toward the floor. Option to do a headstand, tripod headstand, only if that's like really good for you in every way. Otherwise, just bring your head down. Elbows trying to make a tripod shape. They try to line up with the shoulders. Tummy in. You can also just take a mini little crow version with your head on the floor, knees on the arms, and feet up. Or going all the way up. And again, only if that's like really gonna float your boat today. Inhale, lift halfway up. If you're not back on the ground yet, come down. Hands to your hips. Inhale, rise. Fanfare the arms, let them come up in front and then open. Warrior two. Cartwheel, hands to the ground. Step back plank, chaturanga. Upward dog. Enjoy. Downward dog. Breathing here, stretch. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Walk or jump to the hands. Inhale, look forward. Melt it down. Chair, bend the knees. Raise the arms. Prayer the palms. Spike your right heel. Warrior three. Right leg lifts. Breathe. If you remember which arm was on top last time, cross the opposite one on top. Haven your shoulder, rub your shoulders and upper arms. Eyes are steady at one point. 2, and step back. Inhale, rise, arms up, crescent. Strong core, look up and reach back. Open to the right side of the mat, bring your feet into one straight parallel line. Turn your left toes forward, warrior two. Nice and strong. Press the feet apart. Pull the feet together. Which one works better for you? Reach forward, flip your left palm. Gliding that left arm back. Notice the placement of the arm. You want to keep it on the ear side, so the left side of the head. Breathe into that left lung, left hip flexor. Where do you need it? And then reach for it. Half moon, you're gonna reach for your block or floor out in front of that left foot, right leg lifts, right arm lifts. Look up. Hamstring curl that right side. Reach back for the foot with the right hand. Half moon. Open it up. Enjoy this. Whatever's happening, even if the whole room is spinning, it's a party. And then mindfully release that foot, straighten that leg back out. We're gonna go for that side lunge. Step back with your right foot, bend your right knee, straight left leg. Flare your left toes up if that suits you. Squeeze your butt together. Not like you're squeezing in a poop together. That's like a different feeling, but squeeze your, but not that different. Squeeze your sits bones toward each other. And then 2 straight legs facing the right side of your mat. Inhale, looking up, nice long back. So just, if you can see yourself in the screen, notice, so for me, there's like a dead zone. It's not really dead, but my brain doesn't clock it. Mine's like L2, L3. See if you can get whatever part of yours that kind of isn't on board in line. So I have a couple vertebrae that are not playing. And when I address them, it's great. It's like I feel a lot of stuff. My abs engage. Now I'm gonna try to keep those in my awareness. They sure don't want to stay there, but I'm gonna try and drop my head. Optional here. You want to invert again. Whatever you works for you right now. I'm just concentrating on those last vertebra. Giving them some focus. Good. Okay. Inhale, lift halfway. Hands to the hips, rise. Now you're going to put your hands on something like a wall. It doesn't have to be a wall, it could be anything higher higher than your shoulders. And we're gonna try Uddiyana Bandha. So what we're gonna try to do is vacuum up the belly. So if you were kind of in this position with your hands on something higher, you're gonna breathe in. Then you're gonna breathe out and push into that thing. And then you're gonna take a pretend inhale and suck, vacuum your whole insides toward your spine. Walk back more, Joelle. Yeah, right there. Karen, probably not so far. Can't tell, but like your butt looks, I want your hands higher than your shoulders. Maybe they are. They look lower. Hands higher than shoulders. Those are lower than your shoulders. No, Karen, stand up like this. Is that what you're doing? It looked like you were doing that. You want to do that? Yeah, breathe in, then breathe all the air out. And then suck in. And then once you're sucked in, don't breathe. Move the vacuum stuff right and left. So you can kind of belly dance that as it's squeezed to your spine, right and left. So you're getting that deep core spinal massage. And then release it, let go. I'm just gonna unmute you guys for a second, I think. Oh, I don't know if I can. Oh, I can. I can't. Okay. But if you guys have a question, just unmute yourself and let me know.
The window behind me is open. I'll fall out the second story if I go higher than my shoulders.
Noted. Yeah. Don't use the window. Just use like anything you can hold, like anywhere. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, no falling out the window. Good, wise choice. Good discernment. So breathe in, breathe all the way out. Just leave it empty and then vacuum. And see if you can move it right and left. Once it's vacuumed in there, it's deep. And you know, this is old school, but I haven't been able to find anything about it like anymore. I mean, I have all my old notes and all my old learnings, and that's all in me. But when I've tried to share it with others, I'm like, what? And then I found it in a pelvic floor rehab video, where they were saying that this like you can get your bladder back. You know, this can help with all kinds of getting the organs back in place and toning the pelvic floor, which I've never heard from a Western community point of view. And then relax. Walk around, because like, you know, that's a lot. And then we're gonna try crow with that engagement. If that's too much, just kind of like crow light. But I wanna do one more thing. So we've done this before, but right next to the vulva, the outer labia, between the outer labia, outside the vulva, but next door, right next door, there's there's an indentation at the upper thigh, right? So it's like bikini line next to the outer labia, push in there. And that's going to turn on your pelvic floor. So, you know, I don't know, your pelvic floor may be on its own and not need this, but this is just bonus in case it needs a little love. Go to the other side, go into the indentation. And I don't know how much you can see. So outer vulva, upper inner thigh indentation, which not everyone has. I have a giant hole there. Like I can reach up practically into like my belly. That's an exaggeration, but you just barely even touch it and the muscle's like, oh, thank you. Okay, so now your pelvic floor is on. You've got some muscle memory of that deep core stabilizing bandha. And then let's just try whatever arm balance you want to try. But I'm just going to say crow because it's more accessible. And maybe it's crow with the head on the floor. But just set it up. I like this way. Some people like outer arm, knee on outer arm because it's more stable. The other way would be that tripod, right? And maybe this is more accessible with the knees just up like this on the shelf. And then from here, try that bandha, pulling in, pulling up pelvic floor, pulling in belly, and then see if that I don't know, corresponds in some way. And it may not, that may be like too many steps. Yes, to lifting your lower body. And like it may not. They may. Um, yeah. So play with this just a few moments. And then we'll let it go. All right. Sit on your butt, shake out your wrists. I hope that was somewhat comprehensible. I'll send you the, unfortunately it's an ad, so I don't want to like corrupt your system. I hope it won't, but it's pretty good video of how to do it, this pelvic floor thing. Give your head a circle. Maybe I'll go on her page and see if there's a non-ad version. Go the other way, that's what I'll do. And then switch the cross of your legs. Left hand to right knee, right hand behind. Lengthen up, big, tall spine. Turn to the right. Bruiser gave a great deep inhale there. Untwist. Tummy is engaged here. Right hand to left knee, left hand behind, lifting up. Butt bones pushing down, head rising up. I'm even using feet here to help me ground. Turn to the left. I'm pulling with my right hand. I'm pressing my left. Shoulder blades squeeze together. These things may be obvious to some. They certainly weren't to me. I had to be told them all. That's why I'm saying them to you. But I don't have a ton of common sense, so what is obvious to most isn't to me. Untwist, shake your legs out, and just move left and right. Turn to the right leg, drape down over it. Ah, lift up through the chest, come over toward your left leg, drape. Come up in center and go forward. Maybe that block is there. If you need a little lift. And slowly rise. Reach behind the knees to draw the legs together. Heels to the ground out in front of you a bit. Knees are bent, hands come forward as you see curve down. Feel that deep core. It's like, it's a different type of thing. It's the opposite of crunch, obviously, but you get that deep, rich connection here. Reach the arms back, kick the legs out. Inhale here. See if you can do that hollow on this exhale. Forceful exhale, then vacuum. Keep reaching back with the arms out with the legs. Feel that hollow, hollow. And then let it relax. Grab a hold of your head. Lift it a few inches off the floor and turn the head right and left. Giving the neck a nice, beautiful release here. determine how much to bring your chin toward your chest. Just might get some nice stretch, or maybe the opposite. Maybe your chin reaches slightly toward the back wall. Might want to try both for a flexion and extension in the neck. Fingertips right at that occiput atlas meeting of the atlas and the globe and the map come together. Fingers right in there, and then gently place this glorious globe down. Take your fingers off the map, bring your arms down, snuggle your shoulder blades onto the back, and roll your limbs in and out until you're like a floppity, floppity, raggedy Karen, Joelle, and Sharon. Take a deep breath in and hold. Forceful exhale. Ha, ha. Okay, I had a little hitch in mine. Ha. That was nervousness about the bet, I think. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Hold. Exhale. One more. Deep breath in. More. Breathe in. Little more. Hold. Forceful. Exhale. And relax. Don't do a bandha. Just let it go. Let it all fall into the earth. I'm reading a book I really recommend. I read a lot of books like this, but this one, well, actually, I've never read a book like this. This is called Fight Right. And it's a Gottman. I've read a lot of their books, but this one is about fighting, how to fight, right? They wrote it because in COVID, a lot of partners were locked in together and really got on under each other's skin. Um, and it goes through how to fight well, and it talks statistically about fighting being very good for relationships and how it serves relationships in the long run, and couples that fight stay together. It's not any kind of indication of not staying together, but it walks through how to do it effectively. And I mean, it's all news to me. I'm like, wow. I mean, it's common sense stuff, but also extremely instructive. And there's a lot of guides and a lot of help. And I notice I fight with myself a lot. How I talk to myself in poses, how I talk, like I see it. One of the things they talk about is something I notice in meditation. So they're like, you start listening to your partner, and all of a sudden there's like something way more important that you need to be doing. I'm very aware of that. What I can't think of what it's called, but that how that happens, because it happens to me in meditation. I'll sit down and meditate, and all of a sudden there's something so important that I need to be thinking about. So I bring that up because that may be happening. You may something. What are like the 10 things that just, oh my God, this is so much more important than doing this. Just watch as those come up and try to steal your focus, steal your time, and just let them go. Don't ignore them. Just say, I promise I'll get to you later. Hear that you're worried about that. Or that you feel ready to do that now. But right now we're doing this. And it's a real discipline. And it's a tremendous gift. Whether it's to the relationship with yourself or with your partner. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Deep breath. Exhale. Deep. On your exhale, move, stretching and yawning and just reanimating. Once again, bend that left knee, roll to your right, but this time stay cuddled into yourself. Breathe into the cylinder of your torso. Preferencing the back body as much as you can. Bringing your focus to every nook and cranny you can find back there. If you're trying to butter the whole English muffin, really get the breath in all the spots. And then push down into the earth, walk yourself up to a seat. Find those strong bones to sit on and lift up tall. Raise the arms up, praying the palms, slide the prayer past the forehead, past the lips, throat, land it into the heart and find that notch. Strong elbows out to the sides, breathe in. One Om together. Om. May all beings be free from suffering. Guys, see you next week. Thanks for coming in from Italy and all over. I love you guys.